For scammers who thought they were untouchable, it only took one call to the police to prove otherwise. Here are 4 cases when serial scammers take the bait set by cops. Number 4. He tried one more fake check. Then the police walked in. On September 27, 2025, officers responded to a Wells Fargo after staff reported a man attempting to cash what appeared to be a fraudulent check. Here's what unfolded when police made contact.
Put it in park.
I think that's the guy.
Yep. Put your hands on the roof of the car. Take a seat here for me, all right?
On the third?
Yep.
I got like a really bad knee. Is there any way I could kneel?
I'll help you
Or
down.
Could you help me, please?
I'll help you down.
Thank you.
Why'd you leave your ID in there?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Huh?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I already know.
Okay. You're detained at the moment and you're free to leave, okay? Or you're not free to leave, I apologize. So I'm gonna read you your rights, alright? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used as evidence against you. You have the right to talk to an attorney, have him or her with you now at any time during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. If any time you wish to stop talking or have an attorney present, all questions will be stopped at your request. You understand these rights?
Yes, sir.
Alright, with these rights in mind, you want to answer some questions for me? Huh?
Sure. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
Sorry.
Hi, my name is Officer Labrie. I'm with the Ormond Beach Police Department. Do you want to let me know what's going on? Because you said you already know.
Well, I got that in the mail, and when I got it in the mail, it said that it was from my grandparents, and there's multiple of them. There's a bunch of them, and I asked my grandparents if it was from them, and they said no. But I called the online treasury thing, and they told me that it was valid and that it had reached its redemption status, that it could be redeemed.
He doubles down on the story that the checks came to him unexpectedly, yet his delivery only raises more red flags.
I was like, I thought it was a little odd that it also had someone's name on it that I'd never seen before. And I told them that, and they said it could have just been someone else on the reissue, because they broke it down to me. I just don't know all of the things they told me. But they told me that they were like, yeah, if you wanted to go cash that, all you'd have to go to do is go to your local branch. I felt funny about it, but I mean, when I called them and they told me that it was good, I didn't see a reason, because it looks like a savings bond that I've got from my grandma before. So I don't know. I knew something was up with it. I feel dumb now.
Okay. How many more of these do you have?
I'm not sure.
And you just got them from some random person that it said it was your grandparents, but
Yeah, it said when I got them in the mail, it said it was from my grandparents.
and you called them and they said no. So do you live in Jacksonville still? Where you live? Okay. So when you try to cash it at Palm Coast, what'd they say?
I went to Palm Coast and they just told me that I could cash it, but they said that if I wanted to cash it there, since it was such a large amount, that it would be better off being deposited just so they could record who it was being dispersed to. And then I said, do you think if I went to another branch, they could maybe give me cash for it? And they said, just call ahead, because every branch has different amounts of money. And I was like, okay, I understand. I don't know.
Midway through his account, a staff member interrupts to highlight details that simply don't line up.
Is there only one Wells Fargo up in Palm Coast?
There's 2 of them, but I went to one in the morning, because after I called and they said that it was legit, when I looked on the first, it was some type of treasury website, and then after that it was after that, it gave me a phone number to call. And then once I called the phone number, they basically told me that I needed to go to a bank to even
Yeah.
get like any type of confirmation on anything. So I don't know.
Who's this guy riding with you?
Oh, that's my friend.
Okay.
I've known him for a really long time. He's staying with me. He's from out of town.
Where's he from? You just said he's from out of town.
No, he lives out of town.
Okay, so where's he from?
Here. Oh, Florida.
Okay, where's he live?
In New York.
Huh?
New York.
Okay. So what made you leave your ID and everything in there and try to boogie out of there so quickly?
Because when I got it in the mail and my grandma told me that it wasn't legit, I was just kind of like, that's weird. Because like I've heard before of like people getting like checks in the mail and stuff like that. And then, you know.
I'm going to interrupt. You tried cashing this in Palm Coast today. They told you it was fraud.
No,
You fled. You called the branch here. I spoke to you.
No, I did not.
You did.
No, I did
You
not.
left. When they tried to verify it.
Personally, the lady at Palm Coast.
Okay, but you knew it was fraud. You tried to cash it there and then you came here. Didn't think it was real.
Stand by, all right?
As they question the second man, officers begin picking up on something that feels off.
You got your ID with you? Huh?
Yes, sir.
No? Alright, do me a favor, just come over here for me for right now.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, I'm conducting an investigation. Just take a seat and relax for a minute, okay?
But what she just
What does that have to do with a little bit of mine?
what she just told me, what she just said is not true. When I went to Palm Coast, this is the branch that I go to every single day, literally every day.
The one in Palm Coast?
Yeah, I go there every day. And she told me, she said, well, we're on a first name basis there. She literally told me that I could deposit it in my account, and I was just like, I'm okay. I'd rather not wait.
So, bad officer safety on my part. I'll admit it. So I come in through the thing and I kind of box him in there, and you saw where the car was. But I can see through the car. I see he's the only one in it. Get him out. I cuff him. I get him to sit back here on the curb. I'm reading Miranda, and this dude, I guess, had his seat laid all the way back. I never even saw him. The car pops out of the passenger seat. Okay. So he started walking down that way on the phone. I called him back over here. I guess he's on IRS for fraud stuff. I read him Miranda. He's talking. He says there's more of those at the house that came in the mail. He said probably someone.
What's this guy's name?
Owen.
Go grab him and bring him over here. You got your camera rolling?
Yeah.
No, not no.
You gotta help him up. You gotta help him up.
This officer already read your Miranda, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want to talk to me?
Yes, sir.
Who's Kenyatta Johnson?
That's what I told him. I have no clue who that is. That's why I thought it was odd, and I called, and then I called first I called my grandmother. I said, "Do you know anything about this?" And she,
How do you know this guy?
I don't know for a while. I met him when I lived in Jacksonville. Just a friend. I met him at a music studio.
As they dig deeper, officers connect the companion to another fraud investigation and lay that detail out during questioning.
So now we're going to cut through all the BS, okay?
Huh?
This guy right here, your pal?
Yeah.
He's got an imminent release for the. Okay? Yeah.
Where are you looking at?
What am I looking at you how? Am I hurting your feelings?
No, you just looked at me like I was supposed to know something.
Yeah. Well, because who's Kenyatta Johnson? It's made to you or that person.
Yeah, I have. That's what I'm telling you. I got.
So your first reaction would be to.
I called my grandmother because that's where it said it was from my grandmother. And then I looked on the Treasury website, and then once I looked on the Treasury website, it said this is redeemable. This has met its maturity. And then I called Wells Fargo because it said I could redeem it online. It would just take 10 to 14 business days. So I was like, who would want to wait that long? So then I called Wells Fargo, the one in Palm Coast first, and I said, is this something I'd be able to cash? And that was last week. I was, like I said, I was nervous about it. And then I went there, and once I got to the first one, she said, well, we would have to hold on to it and make a copy.
You have the envelope that it was mailed to you in?
No.
What I'm trying to tell you is, and why I'm looking at you funny is, don't cover for anybody if somebody gave you this and told you it was good.
Right.
Okay? Because my guess, somebody gave it to you, said, hey man, this is good.
You're not doing it?
We'll split it.
That's his current address.
Your story ain't making sense. I've been doing this for 30 years and it's not making sense. Okay? Your grandma was the return receipt on the envelope?
No.
So why would you call your grandmother? Your grandmother's name isn't on there.
It literally said from my grandma to Owen Kirkpatrick.
On what?
On an envelope.
With conflicting statements and mounting evidence on the table, officers give the suspect one last opportunity to tell the truth.
Then I opened the envelope and I saw there was a bunch of those in there. My first reaction was like, what the heck? Because my grandma, the reason that I first thought it was even slightly real is because when I was little, my grandma never used to get us Christmas presents. She would get us CDs, like savings bonds. So I was like, maybe it's like, maybe I'm about to turn 21, like maybe I can cash them in. So I called her, and once I talked to her, she was like, yeah, like, no, I did not. I don't even have that much money to give you. I called the treasury thing. And they told me that it was redeemable. And that's also what they told me at the branch at Palm Coast. They said, yes, this is redeemable. You could redeem it right now. The only thing is, if you redeem it right now, we will have to deposit it like a check, and it will be held for 4 to 7 business days. And I was just like, all right. So then I called the nearest branch, which was here from Palm Coast, and they said, yeah, go ahead. You're more than welcome to cash that. You're more than welcome to cash that here. And I was like, well, it's for a large amount of money. Like, and they were like, it should not be an issue as long as it's redeemable. And I came in here, she looked it up on the computer, she put it through the little swiper thing. She said, yes, this is redeemable. So I'm not sure.
Well, bad news is it's not redeemable. It's fraudulent, and we checked the actual Treasury Department, and that's what it says.
Yeah, I already knew. I knew from the second she told me she was calling to verify. I was like, of course.
So you're telling me it's a coincidence that this guy's on inmate release for doing the same thing, and you happen to be with him trying to cash a fraudulent check?
Well, bond, but I met him in a studio in Jacksonville with my friend, and that was almost 4 years ago.
Well, if you've known him for 4 years, then you should probably know that he's been arrested for this.
Well, he also doesn't really like live in Florida. Like, he's been staying at my house for the last couple of days. He doesn't live in Florida. I'm not sure. Yeah.
All right. Have a seat.
Do I need to sit back over?
No, you can sit right here.
Okay.
With no solid grounds to hold the companion, officers let him go. And almost instantly, the suspect's tone takes a turn.
Did he just get let go?
Yeah.
He did. Cheers.
Somebody wants to
Is
start
there something else you want to say?
the inventory on it.
It's all good.
Call a record and get that.
I mean, if he's obviously involved, why are you covering for him? Because now you're upset he got let go.
We're gonna do an inventory tow search. Okay.
In the glove box, it's locked. But I have a firearm in it.
Okay.
But I have the bill of sale and everything too.
So here's what's gonna happen. That firearm is gonna go to RPD. Okay. And they're gonna have it for a little bit because they're gonna test it and all that other stuff. Okay. So they'll notify you when it's ready for you to come get it.
He just got let go then?
Huh?
He just got let go then?
Yeah. You said he didn't have anything to do with it, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got the keys to the car?
They're in the car.
Oh, they're in.
And then there's a signal 0 in the glove box.
But I will say, the only thing that's in that car that is mine is what I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I'm trying to be that person, but that backpack in that car is not mine. I don't give a fuck. He just told you that backpack is red. When he said red backpack, that's why I just looked at him. Crazy red backpack. No clue. No clue. No clue.
Look, dude, it sounds like to me you're a good kid that got wrapped up with this guy.
I've known him for a long time.
Yeah. Well, he had you do his dirty business.
No, I will be completely honest. He came to my house. When he came to my house, I showed him I had those. And honestly, he was like, oh, are those real? And I'm like, I'm not sure.
As officers explain what he's now facing, his reaction makes it obvious he doesn't like where this is heading.
So
he could have mailed them to you and then all of a sudden just showed up.
Well, the thing is, I got them like a week ago. And when I got them...
In the glove box.
It's in the glove box, but the glove box is locked. You gotta take the key and slide it.
Yeah, the key's in
the car.
Well, listen.
That would be if that happened, that would be crazy.
Because I'm going to tell you, unfortunately for you, whatever's in that freaking backpack, it's in your car.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, that's not my. You could probably. There's probably not even 4 white people like hair cream and in there. It's not. That's crazy. That's crazy. If that's the case, that's genuinely crazy. That's not my backpack. I don't got no reason to lie. Like I said, like when the lady just came out here yelling, hooting, and hollering, saying that they told me at Palm Coast that was fraudulent, I told him straight up, I know the lady in the Palm Coast branch on a first name basis. I went in there, Miss Brianna, could I cash this? She said, you could cash it, but we'd have to deposit it. She said, you should try another branch. I came here. You got no reason to lie. Am I going to the car? I need to sit back down.
We're going to search you, and then you're going to get in the car.
After laying out the facts, the officer offers him one last chance to cooperate. And this time, something in the suspect changes.
I feel like you are being taken advantage of. Okay.
I understand. I know what you're going to say. You already told it to me, but it's just like even if I say that is the case, what is that going to? It's not going to do for me.
Well, in the long run, it might. In the long run, it may. What I'm just trying to tell you is that we already know the situation. Right. Okay. The problem is you're covering people that are, or you're. I don't know if it's multiple people. I don't know if it's one person, but you're covering for a person or people that are using you as a young kid as their fall guy.
Right.
Okay. We 100% believe, and we don't have enough to pin it on them, because you're taking the fall for them, and that's what we believe. Okay.
What happens to me though?
What do you mean? What happens to you?
All that stuff is paperwork.
And I know you don't want to be a rat.
It's not that. It's just all that stuff's paperwork. All that stuff can be gotten. As soon as I say something, all someone has to do is go and request the paperwork, and then I'm because I said something. So what's worse, being in jail or having someone come do something to you or your family?
Okay, so you're worried about your safety. I mean, if you're worried about your safety, I get it. I do.
Mean, sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, 100%.
Okay.
I don't. I've never been in trouble for it.
I know. I already know this. That's why I'm talking to you. Okay. I already know that you've never been involved in something like this, and I feel like
start work tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm literally supposed
and
to
you know what? I hate the fact that you're back here and we're taking you to jail for this, because I feel like you're being taken advantage of, and out of the fear of what somebody might do to you. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to know that I'll be safe if I talk to you.
Yes, you will be safe.
100%?
The officer's calm reassurance seems to break through, and finally, the suspect begins to speak up.
I met him through a mutual friend.
Okay. So that was a few years ago. So what's the current, what was the current situation today?
I know.
He's been staying with you?
No. I know what he does for a living. One, which is this, and
which is what?
Fraud.
Okay.
And then, but he told me, because I told him how I had I had a bunch of stuff just not go my way recently. I lost a lot of money, and I've been reeled down. And he told me that, I know someone who can make these, but I'd have to come down to Florida. And I don't know if this is all like a coincidence, or if I've
He was saying this to you?
Yes, I don't know if this is all a coincidence, or if he's just been like fiddle with my head. But every time he comes down to Florida, he takes the what's it called, the bus that goes all the way around.
Greyhound?
Yeah, he takes the Greyhound, because he's always told me that can't go on planes because he's on the run for something, and everybody's always told me that. So he tells me, he's like, look, I promise you 100% these are like, he was like, I want you to take one right now. He's like, I will give you one. He was like,
meaning today? This morning?
Yes. I don't remember. I have to ask my girlfriend when he came, but it was either yesterday morning or the night before that.
Is when he said
It's when he arrived here and we went and got them. So when we went and got them, he was like,
You went where to get them in Orlando?
yeah.
Okay.
When we went and got them, he was like,
What
look,
part of Orlando? Like Sanford or
no, downtown Orlando.
downtown Orlando?
I know exactly. Like, they said way too much on the phone, on speakerphone.
And what did he do? Did you guys drive down there together? And
I drove down there in my car.
Okay, so you took him down there.
He grabbed a bunch.
As he talks, more details emerge about the companion's involvement, and the relationship between them isn't as simple as it seemed.
He knows somebody that prints those out in
Thousands.
Orlando. Thousands of them.
Thousands.
How many does he have on him now? Like, is that the only one he had on him, or is it? Do you know that he has more with him?
I don't know. I couldn't honestly tell you. I know for a fact, because like I said, I've gone across the country to stay with this guy. I stayed with this guy in California before, multiple times.
Which guy?
I know him as Como. I know him as Como. That is what I've always known him as.
Como, as in COMO?
Yeah, that's what I've always known him as.
Okay.
Nothing else. And I've maybe heard like his cousin or someone else, maybe his girlfriend or something, call him like Justo. And then one time I heard his roommate call him, when we were in California, Joshua. But that doesn't matter. But
Well, it comes back to like Mackay, like Robinson is his name.
which is real weird, because I've heard I just want you to know though, because I know what now with what I've already said, it doesn't really matter how much more I tell you. I can 100% literally probably give you enough things.
Did he make you feel like you had to do it?
100%.
Like, and if you didn't, he was gonna do something to you?
No, I didn't owe him money or nothing like
No?
that. It was just more so of it seems like it got to the point where, like, once I was sitting there and I kept looking at him and he wouldn't make eye contact to me and I had the police the handcuffs on, I just knew I just got completely fiddled.
Yeah.
He was like,
He's using you as the fall person.
because
What began as a two-man situation now appears larger as he names the one he claims is truly running the operation.
I'm just telling you that with the stuff that I know,
The body cam footage is going to be reviewed.
if I were to, like, why I'm worried is because he knows how much I know, because I've been
Okay.
over the country
When you
with
go
him.
before a judge, okay, the judge is going to ask you questions about this, okay? At this point, it's on camera, and he won't know that this is going on or that you're giving him up. Eventually, he's going to get tied to the crimes that are being committed.
I can
involving
tell you
this
something
stuff?
right now that would tie him to multiple different things with his face on it, but people just can't find him in different cities and states.
Okay.
I can tell you, he stole it. When I went to I didn't even know this. When I went to California to stay with him, he stole a rental car, a brand new Porsche, and had it for probably about a month when he was living out there. He
never got caught?
He got the police, like, I'm talking about, it was on the news, like 10 cop cars, helicopter chasing him. He crashed into a wall and somehow got away. It was all on the news. And that's not even, like, I'm telling you, there's so much more, and it's not, like, it's like,
Okay, so he's
his
like
family,
he's a career criminal, this dude.
Oh, yeah.
How old is he?
if he's,
I mean,
if he's
I know-
not lying to me, he's 31.
Okay, we have it, but I'll look it up.
It's either 30 or 31.
Okay.
And there's
Well-
there's a lot. There's a lot.
This is not going to help you today.
I know.
And it's not going to help you right away.
I know.
Okay, but what's going to happen is this is all going to be reviewed by a judge, by authorities.
With his confession on record, officers acknowledge his cooperation, then proceed with the next steps.
All right, let's get your situation. We'll get out there. Okay, you're going to go through the whole process. You got nothing on you? No or anything? Okay, because I don't want you to make this situation any worse for you. Like I said, this is all being recorded. It's going to be reviewed. The fact that you're admitting that that came from him.
I know.
And he made you feel pressured into going in there and trying to obtain the funds for that. Is when you go to court involving this case, they're going to take that into consideration, and that's probably going to be enough to put a warrant out for his arrest to tie him to the crimes that you're talking about.
That's like I said, like what I just told you. There's enough of those things to make movies. I promise you.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Even though he revealed the broader scheme, the suspect still faced the consequences of his actions and was charged with unauthorized use of another person's ID, bank fraud, grand theft, and forgery. Number 3. Man risked it all for $25,000. It wasn't worth it. On June 24, 2025, officers were dispatched to a local bank after staff reported a man attempting to access a $25,000 home equity line of credit using a fake ID. Here's how the situation unfolded once police arrived.
Hey, how's it going? Good. I don't even have an ID on there. I have the ID over there. Okay. You stand with me for a second? Yeah. Go on past this way.
He still got his phone, right?
Yeah, I told him not to be on it.
Okay.
Put it on his leg. He said he was receiving text. He said he's not talking to anybody though. I told him we were glad we're having this interview inside here.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a positive for us.
Some things we gotta figure out. So
But yeah,
if
it's
you want to
pretty
talk
cool.
to us, that's fine. Just want to see if you want to talk to us and go from there.
But I bought his book when we owned our property. But if you want to look at it, I'll bring it to you.
Just asking. Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna head back to the precinct if y'all don't mind.
Alright, were you gonna take it in for me?
Yeah.
You have anything in your pockets, anything like that, any weapons or anything like that? So you're going to be in the back of his car.
So that stuff I'll have to take because you can't take that in the back of the car with you.
Yeah.
Is that Bluetooth?
Yeah, I can take it out.
Yeah. Where's your phone? You got a car out there?
No.
How'd you get here?
Uber.
Okay. Yeah, this. There you go. It ain't comfortable. We ain't going very far. Alright. Y'all probably gonna have to rapid ID him.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah. Login.
Because he already gave me a false
Mine doesn't
name.
work. Does your login work to that?
I never had one.
Bet. This is going to be fun.
Because he already gave me one false name. I told him that he had one chance to give me his real name.
Just racking up charges.
Well, I told him if he straightened up and gave me the right name, then
You can maybe not.
then I'd forget about it.
With verification that the ID is fake, officers move him to the station to continue the investigation.
But the first name he gave me was like Kurt Nuts. And I'm like, okay, maybe.
Well, yeah, because that's the name on this ID.
Okay.
Kurt Nuth.
But when I told him that we had the rapid ID because it wasn't coming back, because he told me he didn't have a Georgia license, he said he's got one out of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, which
Looks
sort of
like
said
it.
it was out of, not really, but he's been suspended for a long time.
Let me see it.
Yeah, it don't look nothing like him. He's put on a lot of weight and his facial hair.
Hello.
Thank you.
My name is Detective Trump. I already introduced myself at the jail. Or at the, he was at the jail. Where were we? At a bank?
Yes.
Yes. So, this is Detective Dial. So, did he tell you if you're under arrest or not?
No.
No? Oh, you are. Just so you're aware. Sir. Do you have an ID? Your own ID? No? Whose ID is this? Well, I mean, that's your picture, honestly, but I'm just trying to figure out exactly, I mean, obviously we're here for a reason. You know, this is decent, but pretty clear fake. We see them all the time. The bank sees that stuff all the time. You can understand why they called. So, I don't know what they told you before they called or how the bank, how did that interaction go when you got there?
They just stalled them.
Okay. So you got to the bank, you said you Ubered?
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of car you came in?
I forget the make and model.
Okay. General idea? Color?
White.
White. Sedan, SUV?
Sedan.
White sedan. Okay. Did you sit in the back? You sit in the front?
Back.
Back. Small one? Nice one? Larger? Mid-size?
With things officially underway, the officer lays out how this is likely to play out for him.
It was clean.
That's an Uber. Okay. What about this? Is this... That's fake too, right?
Yeah.
You can be honest with me. I mean, we're at the point where we can just be honest with each other. You know, I wasn't sure if he told you or not. That's why I let you know. These are clear fakes. We are here already, and I just wanted you to be as honest with me as possible, because that looks a lot better for you in the long run. If you come clean with me, you tell me everything that's going on. I think there's a lot more going on, and I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. I just want to talk about all that stuff, and if you know it's something that we can do later. We do it a lot. You know, I can do a case file at the end, and I can tell the DA's office, you know, yeah, he was honest. He owned up to everything, apologetic, sympathetic to everything, and that looks a lot better when the DA's office is looking at stuff. Lie to me, and they're not trying to help you at all. You know what I'm saying? So I can't promise you anything, obviously. That's not the type of position I'm in. I follow up with the cases, pass it on to the DA's office, but me telling them that you were cooperative looks a lot better when it gets to that point. So can you just walk me through today? You're holding it. Let's just start there. What did you do this morning?
I woke up in the hotel.
What time?
Like 6, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
With the facts laid out plainly, he opens up and shares details that even the officer didn't expect.
And then from there, just went about my day to try to see if I could make some money.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I got an Uber, and I tried to...
So you got to the bank at 1:28 p.m. You woke up at 6 or 7 a.m. So what kind of happened in between there? Did you go anywhere else, or
Not really.
stores, anything like that?
No.
No.
I was just waking up, getting myself together for the day.
Okay. You obviously present yourself very well when you go to these banks. It probably helps you when you get there. Have you done this before? Have you ever gone to any other banks or anything like that?
Not really, no.
No. Okay. What about you didn't go anywhere else today?
No.
Yesterday?
No, I stayed in the hotel yesterday.
Okay. Have you been to any other United Community Banks in the Atlanta area?
Not that I'm aware of.
No? Okay. This is a guy you met at Walgreens?
Yeah, it was a
Is a guy? Black, white, Hispanic, Asian?
Hispanic.
Hispanic guy? Do you know what kind of Hispanic?
I think Puerto Rican.
Do you know his name?
No, we don't really go by names.
What did you call him?
Chief?
Chief? Is his info in your phone?
I think I erased it, I'm not sure.
So if I do a search on their phone and get a full forensic dump of it, I won't get his info at all? Or his phone number or any messages from him?
Probably not him, no.
What about other folks
I mean, yeah, I haven't...
involved in this
No.
type of thing? So this is the only person you've ever talked to involved in this kind of case, or in this kind of work.
He insists this is his first time ever being involved in something like this, but the officers aren't convinced.
You obviously present yourself well. You obviously have done this before, because nobody just goes into a bank with that kind of confidence and that good of a fake ID and tries to get stuff off of someone's ID, or even know to go to the dark web to pay $500 to somebody to get the info, to create the IDs, to do all this stuff. So I want you to try and elaborate a little more and be a little more honest with me when you tell me you've never done this before.
I mean, I've done it in the past, but...
When was the last time you did this? Or actually, let me modify my question. When was the last time you got arrested for doing something like this?
The end of last year.
When?
The end of last year.
The end of last year. Where was that at?
North Carolina.
Okay. You sure that wasn't this year?
Actually, it was the beginning of this year, I think.
So the same type of thing?
Yeah.
What were you charged with?
Possession of a ID.
Forger?
I don't think so.
Well, I know we charge you possession of an ID, then I'm trying to be specific.
I know, I just don't remember.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I can get it.
It's right here.
You already pulled the...
Yes. Oh.
Already pulled that.
Oh, well, I just did the same thing.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know you were doing it. Alright.
After slipping up and revealing more than he intended, officers redirect the conversation to the accomplice he's been avoiding.
So when did you meet this person to get this guy's driver's license? Or his info, excuse me.
When I was on my way to the bank.
Today?
Yeah.
So he made the card or you made the card?
He made it.
Okay. So how did you communicate with Chief?
Usually just called.
You just called him? So he already had the info, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you paid $500 for it.
Right.
I thought you got it on the internet.
He gets it off the internet.
We asked where you got it from. So do you paid $500 for that, or he paid $500?
I paid $500 for it.
Okay. So when you go to these banks and try, attempt, or are successful in getting all this money, what happens to it? Do you pay them some? You keep it all for yourself? Like what's the plan?
I try to keep it all for myself.
What do you do with it?
Try to invest.
You're living out of a hotel, so it's obviously not working very well, right?
Nope.
Don't have a car.
How long have you been doing this?
Not this long, not very long at the bank.
I mean, all right. So
I'm a carpenter by trade, and it just work got slow, dried up.
Okay, right. So that's what I'm asking you. So when did that start?
When did it dry up?
Earlier in the year.
No, not this year.
Just be honest.
He keeps offering vague half answers, but the officers catch on quickly and make it clear that playing games won't help his case.
So here's the deal. You're in this situation right now. Right as we sit here, you're the only one on the hook for whatever comes down on top of you, right?
Correct.
We're talking to you, trying to find out with some sort of clarity, or maybe some sort of honesty, I guess, or maybe I don't know the word I'm looking for, but we're giving you the opportunity to talk about this, to potentially save other victims or find out other people involved or whatever. And if you don't want to implicate anybody else, or there's nobody else involved, that's fine. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell your story. And the stuff that you're telling us isn't making sense already. We haven't even gotten very far. But what you're saying isn't making any sense. It doesn't line up with anything. You've obviously been doing this longer than just today or this year or the end of last year. So I'm trying to figure out how this all came about. If you were a carpenter and work started sucking and you're like, man, I gotta survive, I gotta make some money, then that's your story, and I don't fault you for it. I just wanna know your story.
That's my story.
Okay, where were you working as a carpenter?
In New York.
How long ago did you leave New York?
Earlier around the end of last year.
Okay, and then where did you go from New York?
Came down here.
You went from, why'd you pick Georgia?
It's nicer.
Than New York, well, obviously.
It's a lot warmer too.
So you came down here, and what happened when you came down here? Did you come down here with the idea of doing this kind of stuff, or like what was your plan?
I really didn't have a plan.
With little left to sort out, officers speak plainly about the penalties that come with his actions.
How did you get into this? How did you find out about this?
Did some research.
Use Google, how to make money.
How to scam people. I need to understand something. I get this is a quick buck for you, and you try to turn your own life around, but you people's lives up when you do this. That's plain and simple.
Right.
I'm sure you've heard of stuff like that. I'm sure you've seen that probably firsthand. You may have had a relative that has had their identity stolen, but now you're on the other side of it. You're the one that's doing that to people.
I see what you're saying.
So you can see why we're passionate about working for our victims in this sense. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And the least you can do is have the decency to just be honest with me in an interview and just tell me what they're doing, so I can try and stop in the future, because I've already got you.
My whole situation on this is you, like he was saying, people having somebody's identity stolen. I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but they have to go through a lot to get their stuff secured again.
The officers make a final push for names, but it's clear he's not going to give them anything more to work with. The trail ends here.
You're not worried about any retaliation, anything like that? Giving them any names? You don't think if you give somebody's name, they're going to get you or whatever?
I know they will.
So there is some other people involved.
I mean, I can't do it. I look by myself.
Well,
Well, we know that.
that's why we're trying to get something to go on here.
Who was waiting in the parking lot?
I got dropped off.
Who was waiting nearby? You had no escape plan whatsoever. You expect me to believe that? You're pretty experienced at this by now.
I was just gonna
You just wing it every time, hoping you don't get arrested?
Pretty much.
That's the story you're gonna stick to? Single thing that's in your phone that has anything to do with something like this, you're getting charged with each individual thing. I hope you know that. Not a lot of, I bet. And based off what I've gotten from the bank today, there's a bunch of other banks, United Community Banks, from the last few days and the last few weeks that are going to be charging you in other jurisdictions as well. So even if you bond out here, you're just going to go there.
No, there's not going to be a bond.
Yeah, even if you got one later and went through that whole. So, well, we'll leave you our card. If you ever want to help yourself at all, maybe you can reach out to one of us from the jail email thing or something and ask to speak with us if you decide to miraculously think of some more information. Okay? Any questions for me?
I got a phone call.
When you get to the
That's a jail, man. Alright, sit tight. We'll have you out of here in a few minutes, okay? You want any water or anything like that?
Please.
Yeah, sure.
You don't happen to have a cigarette, would you?
I would not.
After wrapping up their findings, officers charged the suspect with identity theft and forgery, and further bank fraud investigations are still ongoing. Number 2. Walmart scam artist finally gets caught. On February 23, 2022, officers headed to a Walmart following reports of a woman who fled after stealing merchandise. It doesn't take long before they find her.
How you doing? My name's Officer Bros with the Fountain Police Department. The reason I pulled you over today, do you know why?
No.
Walmart said you're stealing something.
No, I haven't stolen anything.
Okay. Did they try to talk to you or stop, or do you have any groceries in here?
No, I don't have anything.
Were you just leaving Walmart? I saw you pull out of the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, I pulled in there, but I forgot something.
Okay. You got your driver's license with you, ma'am?
No.
You ain't got no license?
Tiffany.
1 second here. Where you stay at?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said, so you don't remember anything about Walmart stopping you or anything like that? Because they said they made it very specific that it was a white female driving a black Jeep with your license plate. And that you left all the merchandise there, but you didn't actually take anything.
No, I had on me in, and I had forgot my bill code, so I came back out there after it.
Okay. Did they think was there a mistake? Maybe they thought you were stealing?
Yeah, probably was.
Okay. But you didn't actually try to steal anything?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they said. You left everything there. So let me write your name. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You shut your window, stay warm, all right?
Thank you.
While she tries to act unbothered, one surprising comment begins to unravel her stance.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I screwed up. I accidentally left a tailphone in there. I was going to go out, but I changed my mind.
So I'm not 100% sure what they want to do yet. All they're going to do, they're just going to drive by and see if it was you or not. You mind stepping out with me real quick?
No.
Okay.
The only thing is my
Your purse?
tailphone is in there. Tell them I will pay them restitution.
For your what?
I will pay them for everything.
No, you said your what was left in there?
My tailphone.
Billfold?
Because, see, I made a total wrong call.
Okay, that's fine.
And I screwed up.
That's fine. Just go ahead and they just want to see you out here or whatever.
Okay. Oh, a little bit chilly to have on shorts.
Yeah, I don't know why
but
you're wearing
I was exercising.
Let's stand over here. Do you have anything in your pockets you're not supposed to have?
No.
Okay. I'll check for you, okay? You don't need to do the digging around there, okay? Just for the time being, I'm going to put handcuffs behind you, okay? Just the way you have to run away or anything like that, okay?
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I would never run. That's not me. Huh?
You live in still?
No, I moved away.
Where do you live now?
Right here.
Welcome Suites?
Huh?
Here, look at that car for me.
Tell them I screwed up.
Well, they want to pursue charges, so you're under arrest for retail theft.
Am I going to jail?
You are.
How much can I have my bill?
Well, I think, didn't you just get out of prison for theft?
I screwed up.
I know. Well, I think this might be a felony, so.
With the officer keeping things calm, she confesses, and the officers transition straight into searching her car.
Is there any chance of me hopping? Oh, my car's on.
Okay, we'll take care of it.
Is there any chance of me hopping and out of jail?
Dude, what about jail?
Is there any chance of me getting out?
Not until a judge issues a bond amount on you. Alright, I got screwed over. Is there anything in that car that's not supposed to be in there? Like drugs or anything like that? Okay. What do you want from the car?
Just my car keys.
Okay, car keys. I'm gonna get the tow sheet started.
Do what?
I'm gonna get the tow sheet started.
Okay.
From the car.
Inventory. She's got court paperwork here from Franklin County, Illinois, on probation for meth possession.
Okay.
And then she's got looks like some little it's just Allegra. But yeah, so
yeah, there could be something in there. She doesn't have any teeth. Your wallet? I would imagine the other officer did. I can't imagine him not grabbing it.
Well, it was inside of it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Did
You grab her,
I have her wallet and all that stuff.
Good.
So.
I have lost property. 505 Pepperwood.
What'd you say? Yeah, he's got your wallet. She's cooperating. Yeah, you can have your wallet.
Now that she's admitted to the theft, officers proceed with placing her under arrest.
These are hard to get done, aren't they?
This one's a little easier. Very talkative. Yeah, I was always a mistake.
All mistake.
Yeah.
Hard to go on the TLE door from the park the first time.
She
Couldn't
got
get out.
this against her phone. She should have known better, and she would like to pay restitution instead of getting arrested. Yeah. See ya.
With the suspect now on the way to the station, the remaining officer reminds his colleagues that their job is not done just yet.
You have to grab 2 of that thing because there's going to be another one called in shortly.
What is it?
Well, I don't know, a Lexus of some sort.
A Lexus?
Yeah. Lexus. At least I can run the VIN number.
As long as it ain't all-wheel drive.
They're at Hartman and 50.
Hartman and 50? Okay.
On the street. I mean, like, yeah.
Further investigation revealed that this wasn't the suspect's first shoplifting incident, so she was ultimately charged with felony retail theft. Number 1. Teenager's serial scam run ends the moment officers catch up. On December 22, 2025, officers began searching for a group of teens reportedly involved in a shoplifting spree. When they finally catch up to them, things don't go as expected.
We missing one more?
Where's 4?
You want to hold her?
All subjects
I
are
go back there.
Adams Lockwood. Any other units needed? Can I clear this for?
I don't know girls, not on me.
Chicago priority. No. Checking the Troop 3. All subjects are
You all right?
in the area of Adams Lockwood. No other assistance needed. State Police Troop 3.
There's 3 on Adams, and then I guess there's another one in custody at the car. So I'll...
Can't breathe?
I got sickle cell anemia.
Okay. Stand up straight. You can breathe, brother, probably.
Want our phone?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So just get my wallet out the car. Just in case they catch the car, because all my important stuff in there. I don't want it to
Get your what? Your wallet?
It's
Where's
in
it
the
at?
glove department, too. The other part right there.
The middle part?
It's
This here?
Victor 94 info.
Pettis. Is that you? Huh?
You're the really tall thing from here.
This is from Gray Sweater. Gray Slippers. You got your ID in there?
hello,
Two iPhones. Man. Really? Really?
Now in custody, they look for ways to delay what's coming, but the officers handle the case without hesitation.
That's my permit.
Your driver's permit?
That's my permit.
That's your ID though, right?
Yeah.
That's you?
Yes.
Cannon? You're not smiling in the picture. Smile on this one either. Haven? Heaven?
Two of them?
Yeah. You got 2? First 2 to go. You want to call somebody, right? And then, huh? Any of these your relatives? Who?
We're all related.
You're all related? Who's the closest related?
All
You
of
got a
them.
sister?
This
No?
I'm me and her sisters.
Okay, then you come over here. You two ladies with me. Whose cuffs are these? Are these Oprah's?
We'll come.
All right, cool. Driver is, yeah, she's driving. She had car keys in her pocket and she admitted to me. I'm put you in on the other side, alright? Watch your step, there's ice.
Just breathe. You'll be okay.
Can you get in? There you go. Seatbelt on. Sit up. Where you going? What you doing? You laying down?
That okay?
I thought I had
Put
no
your hands where they
No,
are.
no, no,
They'll get super tight, okay?
Seatbelt on. I'll get you out of here. I don't know. Depends really on your history. Okay? I don't think you got a history, according to your job. All right, cool.
Officers proceed to search the vehicle, and what they uncover inside immediately raises the stakes.
Yeah, no. We're walking up. These ladies are. Are you with the tank? You see that with the patrol? With the tank. Car empty? Veterans Island way, yeah. Yeah.
What about the rest of the stuff in the car? You want
31, you got miles. Yeah, we're taking all the man. Everything. So this one's a huge car, right? Yeah.
38,
Yeah. Here, I got it. Salt Burlington.
Is your squad
TJ
name-
Maxx. Hey.
Oakbrook.
Oakbrook.
TJ Maxx?
Yeah. That's you.
Not an Oakbrook. This is a TJ Maxx bag. I didn't even look to see. There's just so much.
Let's pop the trunk. Ta-da! Nothing, huh? Oh.
$7601. 7601. Time was 12. Victor 2, I copy.
It's all brand new shit. You know what, I'm gonna take a picture of it.
As the stolen goods are collected, officers take a moment to acknowledge how far this spree had gone.
I'll put in it. Oh, yeah.
They do all this.
I think they went on a shopping spree. A shoplifting spree. Because they just came out of Burlington. But they got stuff from TJ Maxx and...
We looked on LCR.
Where else is TJ Maxx? Lombard closed theirs, right? Yeah, this is all brand new. Just leave it. Tore up a car. See Marshalls. Nope. Oh, there's a TJ Maxx or some hillside.
Yeah, and that's where it was. It was on Wolf and 290.
They caught somebody this morning with her baby. Oh no, I just heard them.
Seated in the back of the cruiser, the weight of what just happened finally starts to sink in.
I do not look good in orange. We finna go to the real jail, like, in there. We finna go to DuPage, Lord. DuPage finna... And we got all that stuff. Pinky probably finna get the most. I'm finna call my mom and tell her to call Gregory. Gregory better bomb me out, boy. Yeah, if I can't get bombed out, I need to call Marquise. I need to call my babe. I need to call Tay. I'm finna just have to... Will we be able to get bonded out today, or?
Well, it's an unknown. That's an unknown answer right now. I wish I could give you an answer, but there's too many variables that played into part. I will tell you this: if you would have not fled from the police, you would have had a better chance of getting out today and being home for Christmas. But because all you fled,
All because we ran?
Said it again?
Y'all counted us running? Like, on feet?
Blowing stop signs, running through the center of town? Here, like that guy said, I mean, I hate to say it. I'd love to say it. DuPage doesn't mess around. The state's attorney ain't messing around. So, I don't know. When they hear the story, they got to make a decision. I can't give you a solid answer. But like that guy said, DuPage County doesn't mess around.
You know already. What do we do? My phone though. Ain't no.
All right, man. Nobody heard yours.
Nobody. He ain't talk to us in a minute. Phone going to voicemail. He know. He probably done called them trying to see if we in the house. We made him in the house. Ain't answering the phone. You know we got caught.
During transport, it's clear that some are processing it better than others.
Hopefully I can do the appeal, but I never went to jail for nothing like this. I just went to jail for a traffic stop, and that's gone. I got all that. I'm cool. So I mean, hopefully get shit, and then it was probably I was driving. I shouldn't have pulled out.
The investigation revealed that the suspects stole from multiple stores in the area. So with that, each and every one of them got charged with felony retail theft. Think they'll be back at it again? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the following video.